Yeah, because there's like double layers. Like that Sagittarius energy, it's related to one of these lovers somehow in one of their placements, but it is also related to the person who joined the occult group and asked to be shown and then couldn't handle what they were shown in a way that isn't destroying them. Because like after that, like this person made it their mission to wield or stop, otherwise control the power, the future accomplishments like of this person, these people. Because there's something about like them doing something together. Not that they can't do things on their own individually, but there's something like extra, like a layer beyond that they do together. And this person was trying to prevent that. They made a pact. Not all who go into the dark are lost. Some go to make a deal. That's right. That's what I'm saying. Like it was entirely intentional. It wasn't just like a rash decision, like a emotional reaction. This was methodical over years. They intentionally dabbled with that darkness and entered in to a pact with people to create this restriction, this destruction. This could have occurred in the year of 2020. Also something about 2023. Okay. In 2022. Those are the only years that they want me to say. There's something significant. Like the pact was made thereabouts 2020. And some major milestones in it occurred in 2022 and 2023. I'm going to say some other numbers that might be significant in a different context that aren't a year. Except for maybe they are. Maybe they're all years. Okay. Because I just got, but take these ones as individual numbers too. So 18, 16, 17, and 29, and 26. 20, 22, 23. But it's like something else about like 2016, 2017, 2018. Like there's like a plan this person was following. They have it written down somewhere. It's like, I don't know if this is like a handwritten like paper file or like a digital document. I'm leaning towards digital, but not necessarily. And there's something about that like that's evidence, but like it's there's something about that like they wrote it down for themselves to like organize it and keep things like straight, and they've put protection like this this like notebook or file or something is like hidden, like locked away somewhere. But it's been seen somehow. Like it's visible in some other way. It's like this person might hear this message and think that like, oh, like I can just go delete the file or like destroy the drive or burn the notebook or like whatever it is, because they think that's like the only copy. But it's somehow isn't. And they're not, I don't know how, but it's like someone else can see that, or has seen it, or will see it, regardless of any attempts to circumvent that. But like, yeah, it's been a plan. Like they made this pact several years ago. Like they saw this person like sprouting and growing, and they wanted to like clamp that down, to like harden it, destroy it. But like this this person is breaking through. Like they're, as mentioned previously, like they're not going to be successful in this plan, this plot. It's not going to turn out how they thought it would. This person is going to keep growing. Like this said, the great sequoia, like maybe even beyond the level of like whatever this person saw in their like occult divination when they decided to like enter into this. This person is going to be going beyond what they saw. And that is completely as a result of them trying to interfere and stop it. They put energy into it, and therefore they are feeding it into like making this person better because they were trying to destroy them. The sharpening stone. Transformation is not only mystical, it is forged in grit, callous, and sweat. Yeah, exactly. They tried to make it harder for them. And it is, but that's not going to stop them from doing it. It's just going to make them even better, even greater, reaching greater heights, stronger, smarter. Like, they were sharpening them. And that wasn't how they intended it. They might try to come back and say that they were intending it that way, but they were not. They were not. This is a cold energy who pretends to be warm. As I'm heavy picking up like the psychopath stuff again. Like this person doesn't have feeling. Like their experience of something that they interpret as feeling is just their ego advising them on how to survive or get revenge or like what, whatever, to make sure that they're like receiving justice, that things are fair. But the ego isn't about fairness. This, yeah, I got a little sidetracked earlier because of the other message that came through. But this person, part of their plan was to get the female of the couple pregnant. So it's like, sort it out however you need to with your people and scenario. But someone intentionally was either trying to get pregnant or trying to get someone else pregnant as a means of altering their growth and their life. And that is yet again another of the ways in which that served to sharpen this person instead of bring them down. That just gave them like another bullet point on their resume, like another role that they play on Earth that they weren't playing before. It's like now the role of mother is added because of the child. The child, there's something about the child, like why that was part of the plan, because it wasn't just about the energy. It wasn't just that, like, because there are other things that they could have done, but they chose specifically trying to do, like, go the pregnancy route because it creates a child. And there's something about like this person trying to get that child. Like that was part of the plan, like from the start, and like getting this person pregnant. Which I'm saying, like, they're saying it was like an accident, but like they wanted it to happen. They were just like waiting for it to happen. Oh, okay, that's what it is. They had been trying already. They had been trying already to get this person pregnant before it ever happened. For like 3 years, they were trying to get this person pregnant. Or this person was trying to get pregnant, like either way. And it wasn't working. And then all of a sudden, one time it did. And that was after the pact had been made. And God let this happen because that child is important. And the importance of the child is why they chose the pregnancy route. And that's why there's like part of the plan is to separate the child from the other parent. Whatever they think they're going to do, or whatever they think is going to like come of this child or happen with this child, it's not going to happen because God protects it. Like, that's why God allowed the child to be made in the first place instead of turning away from it, because God wanted the child. God's not letting anybody else take the child away from any sort of place that's going to put the child with God. Like, God will move, like, this doesn't even make sense. I'm hearing like literal mountains. Something about Capricorn and goats. God will move a literal mountain to make sure that this child does not end up falling into the hands of whoever created this plot, whoever was thinking that any of this was a good idea and would work. Something about birds. You see a lot of birds flying around, like birds as messengers. And it's different kinds of birds. Look up what the different kinds of birds specifically mean. Like what sort of connotations are associated with those birds. Yeah, but whoever this person is that they were trying to like imprison or like weigh down with a child, it elevated, it like grew them. It's like this like stature of like an Amazon. Like, this is a holy person. Seeing that like that I forget what it's called specifically, the name of it. Oh, that's, I remembered. Christ the Redeemer, the statue in Brazil. It's like that type of vibes, like growing into a giant, like beyond the normal stature. It's like that's the aura that's like in this person that they thought that they were going to do all this with or to and or against. And that's why it doesn't work. Why it won't. I'm hearing I've gone too far. Because I'm getting like, at this point, like this person's just gonna like see it the rest of the way through. Because like, even though it looks like things are one way, they're another. And it's like, even if there's been like clues that things are not looking as good, this person is just gonna go all in and like see it through to the end because they've gone too far. Like at this point, there isn't like a previous save point that they can revert back to. Video games are significant. There's nothing that they can revert back to that's going to be of benefit to them. Like, consequences are going to be the same at this point as if they like take the chance and try to gamble and see if maybe there's still like some slight chance maybe they can make the plan work and get out of it. They're going to try it, but it won't. God's in charge, and there will be balance. Something about that movie could be significant. I can't remember who's it. Daniel Day-Lewis, maybe. There Will Be Blood. Something about like oil reserves and like stealing or drinking milkshakes, stealing people's resources. Yeah, like someone did that, and And then they did other stuff to like try to cover it up, and all of it is falling apart because it was all the wrong thing to do, and requires that karma be served to repay the wrong done. And since they took it too far, karma is going to take them a lot farther than they ever wanted to go. As this person or couple is growing into a giant, they'll be dwarfed. Something about coveting. I don't know. Something about, there's like a weird, I'm like getting like a chimera type of energy situation. I'm seeing this image of like, you know how like a hologram, you shift it back and forth and see two different images. I'm getting that sort of like quick flip sort of experience from what I'm seeing in this person. And because that's something that's going on with them that's kind of causing part of this hang up in them, that's like causing this jealousy and like underlying like why they went to all of these lengths. And it stems from in them. Like they had no reason to be this jealous of someone else's life when they could have just been focused on their own. But like part of this is because it's just like that like flipping holographic experience. It's like in the masculine and feminine, the yin and yang, like parts and the energy of this person. I'm getting this. This is either someone who is like gay or transgender or some expression that's not the typical run-of-the-mill ancient standard so I'm gonna refer to that as queer, to be like completely encapsulating there, as in like not completely straight, not completely cis, not, there's something about this person that you can't take at face value, and that's because they're not living their true life. They're not living as themselves fully. That's why their energy does that, because that flipping back and forth between the masculine and feminine, that is not a signifier of balance in this person. That's like it's like a warring, like competing energy instead of a unifying one. And it's because like this person is either like a male feeling person in a woman's body, or a female feeling person in a man's body, or they're gay or bisexual or something and haven't come out of the closet. Like it's just like it's something about that, like something related to the masculine and feminine energies, and this person not outwardly living according to the energy that is within them. That's part of that fence sitting energy. That's why the person that did this plot is also like in the Sagittarius fence setter energy. I don't even know what sentence I just said. I hope I put all the words in the sentence, whatever. Okay. Yeah. So it's like this person Okay, they could make it worse. Like I was gonna say this, like, there's no point in this person, like, it's like how they're determined to see it through to the end. It's because they're not willing to admit who they are. It's not because they really want to fight against this person. It's like they know that this person isn't as bad as they're making them out to be. They just haven't been able to reconcile within themselves why they're not willing to be honest about who themselves is and to live as that. So it's like this person has an opportunity to just like come clean and tell the truth. Like at any point in this process, they could have just fucking done that. But they've drug it out and gone too far and taken it to this point. They can still take those steps to own up and take accountability for what they've been doing and how they've been living and how that needs to change. And accept the consequences of everything that they did to try to circumvent that honesty. Or they can keep pushing it and keep fighting it and I guess potentially keep racking up criminal charges until it gets exposed anyway against their will when they didn't choose for it to be. Like they could choose and like have control over how all of this comes to light, or they can keep trying to hide and let it happen how it happens. Let the chips fall where they may. This is someone who likes to gamble. Like they may or may not actually like spend a lot of time gambling, but like at the casino or anything, but like when they go, they really thoroughly enjoy it and they gamble in all kinds of other ways in their life. This whole thing was a gamble. So that's why I've been saying from the beginning that like God's gonna have to intervene. God's gonna have to force this. God's gonna have to expose it because this person isn't willing to expose themselves. They cry about that sometimes. That they can't just bring themselves to tell the truth about who they are. But that's something that, you know, they only do that when they're alone. Or maybe with a partner. Like a partner who knows this secret about them because it's their secret too. That's what it is though. And whoever else they're like partnered with that they might have told that shares the secret, they're just getting exposed too. Because I mean they're in the same boat. That's some sort of like bonding experience. Like first of all, they have the same situation going on, the same secret that they're hiding. But the fact that they're both keeping it a secret and operating their lives in the same way is something that these people also have been bonding over. And I guess they can bond over being exposed together if they're not willing to be who they are and quit worrying about who other people are being. Hopefully this is helpful to whoever needs it. And we'll be back next time. 2026 is also significant, and 2029. I didn't finish that thought earlier, but like, you know, one of those this year, like something is happening, like this is happening this year, but like something isn't going to be done about it. Something isn't going to be over finalized or something or other about it until 2029. That's when people will really see what it was all about. Okay. All right. That's it. Have fun.